Wiki, welcome, Warcraft 2 fans. Today we have a 3v3 of the century. Jerry, Garcia, Harold, Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy, Jessu, 001, Talrand, and Quilks. Is this going to be a neighbor war at the 4 or 5 o'clock spot? Quilks and Talrand. Meanwhile, up at the 2 o'clock spot, it's Jerry Garcia. At the 11 o'clock spot, it's Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy and Jessu 001 at the 9. And then, of course, rounding it all out is Harold at the small 9 o'clock spot. So Quilks is indeed going to be facing off against Talrand. Talrand already there with the peon, gonna make the scout out, and then he'll turn right back around and run right back home and decide to build a lumber mill. And then it's a small 9-9 battle. Harold giving the shout out that there is indeed someone at the 9 o'clock spot. And he'll build himself a barracks here, or actually a guard tower. Not a whole lot of extra backup for that guard tower. Jessu 001 getting a bit greedy in his guard tower placement. What will he do with his second building? Going to decide to move on south. And it was in fact a decoy guard tower, and he'll build himself a pig farm. Here comes two peons towards the middle, and there's the cancellation. It was the decoy we had thought it might be. And two peons making their way down here. They're going to come from the southern sections and surprise this southerly peon. Let's take a look at the Talrand versus Quilks battle, heating on up as the peons from Quilks move on in. Not going to find a whole lot of luck as the guard tower from Talrand is indeed complete. He's going to try to set himself up an offensive tower, but there's going to be a hit squad from Talrand right there to take down that tower. And they're going to begin that battle. Let's take a look at how Jessu 001 is going to do. He's decided to back off his assault as it has been overran. The all-important Talrand versus Quilks battle going very well for Quilks now, as Talrand has not been able to take down this offensive tower in time. As it is completed, more peons rush to their death and not going to save the day there. Talrand going to start his mining, and so is Quilks, who gets his gold flow going. Here's the first scout out from Blue Flare and Jerry Garcia. Jerry Garcia starting with the 2 racks rush. Blue Flare going for a 1 barracks rush, very common at the 11 o'clock spot. And he'll begin building himself a tower as he sees that his opponent has those 2 barracks and doesn't want to be caught off guard. He has invested. Oh my gosh, a message from Van from Clan Z says poopy face. Gosh darn you, Van, I'll get you for that. Here's the push out from Jerry Garcia. And Blue Flare going to run right by his forces. So Jerry Garcia actually going to pounce on this caravan and going to ambush them, taking all of their lives. Meanwhile, Quilks is setting himself up for a back tower on the back side of his opponent's base. Not a whole lot his opponent can do, so he's going to rush to get himself a catapult, repairing that farm and getting his blacksmith up and at him. Here comes the anticipated grunt rush from Jerry Garcia on Blue Flare. Blue Flare already with the guard tower there. He needs to get another. Yep, he has a nice 3-1 choke, and this is a perfect way to defend the 11 o'clock spot from even a huge number of grunts that aren't going to be able to do much damage versus a defense like that. In the small 9-9 battle, things are coming to a head as the first catapult arrives. There's going to be 2 defensive catapults cooking for the defender Jessu 001, however. And let's take a look down here. The offensive tower has been created, and it's bad news for Talrand. Talrand does have a catapult cooking, and he's going to perfectly place his barracks right here. So that's going to keep his opponents, his peons safe from that pesky tower. And here Quilks is paying for his aggressive behavior as the 2 racks rush of Jerry Garcia 420 has been called to bear. And here comes a small relieving army from Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy. Not a whole lot of help coming his way though. Just a few, and he's going to reposition his farm out here so he has a better chance of repairing it. But Blue Flare catching Jerry Garcia a bit off guard there and is able to destroy all of these grunts with just that inferior army. Talran does have his catapult out, however, so he's going to push on towards Quilks and really try to make him pay for the lack of a barracks that he's had so far this game. Meanwhile, the small 9 o'clock duel is not working out in the favor of Jesu, who has committed quite a bit of resources early on to that assault, and his opponent Harold was able to defend it pretty easily, so he's sitting pretty in this duel. Meanwhile, it is Talrand who's pushing in on Quilks. He does have a catapult right here, and it's it's bad news for Quilks. He's able to get the peons there in the nick of time, but not able to stop that building from being destroyed. And Quilks is just going to up and abandon this 4 o'clock spot. Here's a catapult to destroy any chance he has of mining, and grunts in there to cut down his miners. And he's going to decide to move on to greener pastures, most specifically this 12 o'clock spot. But that's a risky choice to make, as Harold or Quilks is going to leave the game. He's had enough, and that might be a GG. Talrand and Jerry Garcia taking a dominant position in this game. It is going to, however, devolve into a 2v2, it seems, as Jesu 001 seems like he's got just a little too much pressure put on him from Harold, who's going to be able to cut down his gold flow with that artillery fire. Let's look at the technology. Whoa, bloodlusted ogres on the way. Maybe it would have been not prudent for Quilks to stay. And Bloodlust very far off from Jerry Garcia 420. The small 9 o'clock spot, Harold as well, pretty far away from getting Bloodlust. And Talrand as well. So will the Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy be able to take the game with an early Bloodlusted Ogre army assault on Jerry Garcia? Or not? We'll have to find out. Stay tuned in this Wiki Warcraft 2 extravaganza. Bloodlusted Ogre Mage still has not yet arrived. So it's going to be a bit before Bloodlust does actually get there, and he's going to have just a few mere moments before his opponent is able to achieve Bloodlust as well. Grunts thrown out here to try to take some hits. And I think that Blue Flare sees that he has the technology advance, and he's going to wait for Bloodlust. Bloodlust upgrades much more quickly than Ogre Mage, so just a mere matter of moments away from Bloodlusted Ogres rampaging the door of Jerry Garcia 420. And Bloodlust has arrived. Will the assault happen? Or there it is, Blue Flare doesn't have the auto Bloodlust. And he knows he has very little time, so he's going to rush right in there and take the day, able to clean up all of Jerry Garcia's defenses, and rampages into the front door, kicks down the middle interior door, runs right to the gold flow, relusts up his ogres. I gotta turn the sound down here, ladies and gentlemen. And he's going for the kill by taking down the fortress. Jerry Garcia 420 hasn't yet to even start creating Bloodlust. And here's Talrand with hasted DKs, and Harold says, WTF, I DK'd. What the heck happened? And Talrand says that he is blind, and so he's going to make his way up here with a hasted DK to try to shut down things for his opponent, Blue Flare. And he's able to get there with that touchdown DK. A nice peon pull very quickly from Blue Flare is going to save some lives here. And Talrand, Talrand not getting death and decay. Wah, wah. He just has hasted DKs there to scare his opponents into pulling all the peons. Jerry Garcia, 420, deciding he's had enough of this, gonna leg out of the game. And I missed Harold. Oh gosh darn it, he killed Ogre. Oh no. Sorry, Harold, but you are my enemy, so I need to backstab you in the next game we play to make things even for the last time I backstabbed you in the game when we allied. And here, Jerry Garcia 420 actually setting up shop here at the small 5 o'clock position within the safety of his opponent. But is this a 3v1 game are we seeing here? I do believe it is. Yes, indeed, it is a 3v1. So Blue Flare really doing pretty good, but I thought it would be a 2v2. In fact, it was more of a 3v1. Tier number 3 actually from Jesu 001, but not going to be enough to pull them back into this game. There's not a whole lot of mining happening from Harold, however, and he's going to move on up to the small 12 o'clock position. He was very, he had heaps of praise for his opponent who chose to choose that small 12 or his ally last game, and he's going to emulate that. But his antics are going to be quickly discovered by these patrolling ogres, so he's going to move on over to that 12 o'clock spot where there is a grunt waiting for him. Here's the lust up, and he's going to catch all of these peons and massacre them. And suddenly, the outlook for Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy and Jesu 001 seems a whole lot better, as Harold is not mining. Talrand does have a bit of gold left in the bank, and he's setting up shop here at the 4 o'clock spot, but it appears as if Teal has been able to pull them back into this game. He's, however, is yet to mine himself. He's only got 3,000 gold ducats in the bank, and actually, I believe this may be a G, as Jesu 001 not mining. Blue Flare not mining, and Talrand has taken himself a successful expansion. Here's a nice hit squad from Blue Flare moving on down here. If he's able to get some headway in that 4 o'clock spot and maybe catch these peons transferring. But the Eye of Kilrog already there to spot out this assault. And Jerry Garcia setting up shop once again somewhere else. So will the peon, oh, look at that, the massacre of peons it looks like happened there. Missed that completely. And here is the anticipated assault from a Blue Flare. And look at this, Jesu setting up shop here at the 3 o'clock spot there. Talrand and Johnny on the spot there with the defense, however, able to clean up that assault. But here comes another knockout blow from Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy. And he is going to catch all of these peons completely unprotected. Not well, there's a couple DKs over here and a couple of Ballisted Ogres, but not likely going to be there in time to save the day. There's the Death Coils. Death Coils not enough to take down the Ogres, and a lot of killing happening from the assaulting Ogres of Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy. A massive expansion here. Whoa, Harold sneaking into Jerry Garcia's base to build himself a town hall and start up his economy once again. The small 12, the middle, and the 3 o'clock all taken here by the defending players, and Talrand might be in a bit of trouble here. Can the forces of Talrand and Harold and Jerry Garcia 420 combine to defeat Blue Flare from Clan Absolute Synergy and Jesu 001, who have really done such a great job of pulling themselves back into this game. Here comes a watchtower, or a cancellation, I should say. And Ogre's moving on up to that 3 o'clock spot to shut down Jessu's economy. He is once again mining at this 9 o'clock spot. And lots of gold ducats there. Here, Talrand taking the middle. So all that's yet to be done is an assault on this small 12 o'clock position. And that should put the final nail in the coffin for Blue Flare and Jessu 001. But the assault seems like it's going to move on to the 9 o'clock spot, or not going to move over to the middle, I guess, and just hang out there. Or not changing their minds once again. These ogres really getting their workouts, and their fit Apple watches are counting their steps, and here they are once again at the 9 o'clock spot and ready to move over to the 11 o'clock spot for a huge bloodlusted ogre army assault. And not a lot of gold ducats in the bank. 4 ogres could arrive, but they're going to be pounced on by these attacking ogres. No help from Jessu 001, and Blue Flare has the ogres, not able to lust them up in time, and he's going to leave the game. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Tune in next time. Wiki Warcraft 2. Peace out, homies.